welcome to another AJ Arma's Bootcamp, and today we're going to look at how to Zeus. So if you've started playing multiplayer MilSims with an Arma unit, you've probably seen Zeus's run missions, and you've thought to yourself, well, that doesn't look too difficult. Surely I could run a mission as a Zeus on my own and do a better job than these clowns. Well, if you think that, I'd humbly suggest that you might be slightly underestimating the task of running a good Arma op as a Zeus in a way that the players are actually going to enjoy it and they will bow down to your idol as Zeus for years to come. I mean, seriously, who worships the Greek god Zeus anymore? Not even the Greeks do. Someone obviously stuffed it up way back in the past. And we're going to see today how easy it is to stuff up Zeus and end that worship. Right, so here, this is the Eden editor. Any Arma player worth their salt will have discovered Eden, the place where creativity is unbounded, the options just seem endless, and where surely only amazing creations can emerge. Well, that might be fine when you're testing your missions with just AI soldiers in the editor, and you think, this is fantastic, the players are going to love this. But when you throw in a bunch of human players with free will, well, this is what happens. Is there anything I can do, Oasis?
There's not much you can do.
I'm just at my limit. If you don't want me to ruin it for everybody else, then...
Hey,
So
Jay,
instead of me raging and...
do you want to call it here?
Ruining it?
Everybody's rage quitting. Nothing's going well.
Oh, really? Oh, sad. Yep, there's a reason why we were sent Jesus as a redeemer of humanity. We really messed things up. But perhaps that's a story for another day. Let's rewind the clock and see how everything went horribly wrong in my mission. Okay, so the Eden editor. Clear blue skies, wonderful Zagrebad in the mythical land of Turkestan, where the citizens speak a language suspiciously similar to Dari or Pashto. So you'd be forgiven for mistaking it for Afghanistan, but I assure you it is not Afghanistan. It's Turkestan. A country that was liberated by Blue 4 forces and is now at peace, living under a democratic government. Okay, how are we going to make a mission out of that? Well, we all know how the story ended in Afghanistan. Very, very sad, by the way. Lots of refugees in my home country of Turkey these days, fleeing the resurgence of the Taliban. Okay, that gives me an idea. What if we send our players in as ex-military, PMCs, private military contractors, who are returning to a place where they fought some 3 years ago, and they're now seeing the country through fresh eyes as a tourist, a place of peace, which has been hard-earned through their blood, sweat and tears. Perhaps they're touring together as former brothers in arms. Perhaps it's going to help them heal from some of their PTSD, seeing that it was all worthwhile after all. And then, bam, a fresh Taliban takeover in the midst of their vacation.
Whoa!
And the PMCs are thrust unprepared back into the middle of a conflict zone. What are they going to do? Will they take up arms to fight for Turkestan's freedom a second time? Now let's see how we could roll this out as a mission. So here's a good location for a Middle Eastern bazaar. We'll set up some sellers, we'll give them some goods to sell, we'll have some ex-military hardware just floating around amongst it for the bargain hunters to snap up. And then suddenly our Taliban forces will swoop in, massacre the sellers in the bazaar, and all the players will understand that something's changed. Now, one thing you guys need to understand about me is that back in the day, I used to be into role-playing games. Dungeons and Dragons and such like. GURPS, actually, is what I really loved. But so running a role-playing game, RPG as they're called, is nothing like modern fantasy computer games like Elder Scrolls. Now, a classic RPG is a group of people coming together, sitting around a table for an evening of improv. And the game master paints a story with words, and the players navigate their way from one scene to the next by overcoming obstacles. To make them enjoyable, the stories, you've got to give the players the illusion of choice. while actually you're carefully railroading them from one prepared scene to the next. Because if the players get too off script, then the game's only as good as you can improvise on the fly. So you really want to kind of make sure it goes from, you know, your pre-planned scene 1 to scene 2. So let's figure out a script here for our Arma mission. We're going to need to get our players into a conflict zone. And somehow we're going to have to get them weapons. We're going to have to motivate them to fight. Then we'll give them some fun challenges to solve. And we'll have to have some kind of satisfying resolution. Okay, so step 1, picnic by the side of the road. They've been doing a tour in the morning. So here I've set up a road stop on the way to Zagrebad. I've got a nice picnic table. It's covered with some leftovers. The cups and things annoyingly keep falling off the table. So let's turn their simulation off so that they'll just sit on top of the table and they won't go anywhere. And I'm just dropping some touristic agency leaflets all over the place here that the players can pick up. They'll act like intel objects, and then they can read about their tour itinerary for the day. It's going to talk about how their morning was spent visiting the opium fields of Takistan. They went and smoked some hookah pipe using the product from the fields, and now they're doing a picnic lunch, then they're going to the bazaar, and then they're supposed to go into the mosque. We'll put a few ambient vehicles driving by while our players are getting themselves organized and people are logging in for the mission. So it's just another peaceful day in Takistan. We'll set the scene like that. It'll be beautiful. Work of art. Then next step, we need to get them into the war zone. So we'll load them into the bus. We'll tell them it's time to go to the bazaar, and we'll all head down there. We'll park the bus and we'll explore the markets. We'll give them some time to role play with the sellers. So myself and my co-Zeus Oasis, we can remote control the sellers and interact, hopefully have some fun banter until they get bored, at which point we'll trigger the massacre. Now, how do we prevent our unarmed players from getting slaughtered by the Taliban massacre? Because we're really just wanting to do this to set the scene that there's been a coup. Okay, so I can do this. So I'm a programmer by trade, and back in the day I used to write stacks of Arma3 missions. And back then, you know, everything was single player missions, so I got real good at writing Arma scripts and hacking the Arma system. So what we can do is we'll set all the players to captive. It's a mode Arma uses to simulate hostages. And that'll mean that Op4 won't shoot or engage any of our Blue 4 players who are marked as captives, even though in reality they will have full freedom of action. Now the Taliban coming back to power, you know, in real life has sought international recognition and acceptance. So let's say that they don't want to kill the Americans, as long as they don't pose a threat. So I'll write this neat little script that will cycle through all the players once every 2 seconds, and if the enemy knows about the player and the player's carrying a weapon, then they'll lose their immunity status as captives and they will get fired on. But if they lose or they hide their weapons and Op4 loses track of that player, then we'll reset them as harmless civilians in the eyes of Op4. Sweet. So I'll give this whole kind of stealth potential strategy that the players can use if they want. And I'll have these little hints which will pop up as we do the bus drive in the top right corner, just explaining this concept so any smart players can take advantage of it. So how do we actually get some weapons into the players' hands and let them upgrade the weapons so they can then, you know, activate a whole mission? So what we might do is we'll just hide 1 or 2 handguns and a really homemade shotgun in the markets here, really weak weapons, but good enough that, you know, if they use their sweet diplomatic immunity and get up close and personal to some of the Op4 militia, they should be able to pop one of the soldiers in the back and then loot their corpse for, you know, rifles and upgrade, and then they can get serious about military action. Okay, we've got to get the Op4 to massacre the bazaar markets. So how do we get the Op4 to shoot down the AI civilians? So we can do that with another Arma hack. I've got a ambient civilian module here, so that's just going to make some random civilians walking here and there. But all these sellers in the market, I'm going to put them and group them to an blue 4 leader. What that does is if you group civilians to a blue 4 leader, it makes all the members of that squad blue 4. So that means that Op 4 will shoot them. But we don't want this blue 4 soldier running around the markets. So what we do is we set his model to invisible and we deactivate him. So even though he won't be seen or have any effect on the actual mission, he will make sure that all these civilians are counted as blue 4. So initially I programmed a trigger where the massacre would start Op 4 rushing into the compound, but when I tested the mission, I kept seeing blue 4 civilians that were wandering away from the market, and they'd get spotted by Op 4 early, and the massacre would start and be over before the players even arrived at the market. So they just turn up and there's just all these dead bodies everywhere. So that wasn't working too well. So in the end, I went instead with a Zeus hack where no trigger, we'll just have the Op 4 squads hiding around the corner here, and I'll turn their simulation to off. So they won't move, they won't shoot, they won't do anything. And at the right point in the mission, my co-Zeus Oasis, he'll just jump over and activate the Op 4 soldiers and then set them a waypoint, and then they'll just come charging into the markets and do the massacre that way. Right, so once the massacre is over, then, okay, let me pause for a second. So here you're going to see the first major do not do this rule for a Zeus. Please, please, please do not over-engineer, over-script your missions like I did with this one. This is not a Dungeons & Dragons role-playing where you're sitting around a table and you can move as slowly as you like. This game rolls out in real time, things get bat crazy, and as you're going to see soon, this all goes horribly wrong in a dozen hilarious ways.
Oh, that's an SPG. That might not be good against them.
Alright, I'm pulling it out. Right, so once the massacre's over, my tour guide Batu is supposed to regather all the PMCs back into the bus, and we're going to make a break out of the city to the safety of a nearby Hilton hotel. But we're going to encounter a Taliban roadblock. So I've set up the roadblock here in preparation. Now the bus actually drives up this road, so we don't want the roadblock to be there initially. So I just turn simulation off and models off, so it's essentially invisible. And then once the massacre starts, we will just reactivate the models so we can see it again. So our bus gets stopped by the roadblock. I, as the driver, will get out and try to bribe the guards, but the Op 4 soldiers, controlled by my co-Zeus, will gun me down. So the soldiers now realize they're on their own. We have a local villager controlled by my co-Zeus who we'll call Mamut. He's going to beckon the Americans back into the town for their safety and invite them to his home, because they're going to realize they can't leave. And he's going to reveal to them this secret stash of military hardware he collected after the war, so they can start to equip themselves, now realizing that they're in a war zone. Alright, next step. How do we motivate the players to fight and give them an objective to achieve? So we'll have Marmot. We'll say that he's friends with the American embassy, and he receives a radio call over the radio, which he'll have set on loudspeaker so all the other players can hear it, because they don't have radios yet. We'll give them a couple of radios so they can coordinate. You know, I'm kind of going with this DayZ survivalist game. You know, they're coming in with nothing, and then they just got to scavenge and see what they can put together to pull off a serious military op. You know, pretty different to the missions that we normally run with the unit. So yeah, over the radio, they hear that the American ambassador has been taken captive, And the American embassy in Kabul, the capital of the country, is going to negotiate with Mahmoud that if he gets his PMC soldier friends to rescue the ambassador, then the Americans promise to provide an evac chopper for the ambassador and for the American tourists to get out of there. Great. So mission set. Tour guide's been killed by the roadblocks, so he's out of the picture. The players are now free to freestyle their own strategy, find their own way to the solution. Stage is set, we're good to go. Okay, they might need some more military hardware, given that the defenses we've established around the embassy is pretty serious. So unless they're using the stealth approach where they're stashing away their weapons and sneaking up as close as they can before they're told to halt, we're going to have to give these guys some more firepower. So we'll put some relatives of Marmot around the city with stashes of various goodies. And so that's another fun programming trick. I could share these scripts, I guess, in comments or something. A bunch of these can be reused. I set up a bunch of markers on the map of where all the stashes are, but then I've written some code so these markers are initially hidden from the players until we activate a trigger, and then these markers will magically appear. So Marmot can be saying to them like, oh, you know, go visit my relatives around town, they'll give you some more equipment, and then all of a sudden these markers appear on the players' maps. So to activate this trigger, I figured, let's just put a civilian not present trigger in the middle of this field, and then I'll put a civilian in the trigger initially so it's not set off. I'll deactivate simulation on the civilian so he won't do anything silly like run away. But it's pretty hard to find a specific civilian in the middle of a field during the heat of a mission. So I've put a landmark near him to remind me what this particular civilian trigger does. So I put a mobile phone cell tower because I figure that kind of symbolizes communication. So that's a good landmark. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So let me now show you how the mission actually went down.
Just making sure.
Surely nothing bad will happen.
Nothing bad ever happened.
With your face.
Make sure about the accident.
What do you mean?
Force this
Communication
out.
and PRC 152.
And I'm still unhappy about it.
Edit loadout. So run 100.
Okay, we have two options. We're gonna just sit there.
I'm gonna have to edit the contents of this box then.
Yeah, same here. Nothing's happening. No one's.
Alright, Desert Eagle, you added random
Well,
magazines.
we're just waiting for everyone. So remember how we added a few civilian vehicles to add a bit of atmosphere to the game? So we'll see how well that worked out. Please, please, sit down and enjoy your lunch.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm being spammed with Zeus pings.
Such a nice car.
Players want to get the Zeus's attention, they can press the Y key on their keyboard. So it's pretty much an indication of how upset the players are. Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear. Stand aside, step aside, it's time for CPR.
Who wants to buy clothes? Oh fuck. Wait.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know if there's a chat
with this
bar.
place?
Write down his license plate. Where is he?
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. I was gonna sell it on the black market.
So,
Right off into the sunset.
we're going to finish our lunch first, and then we're going to start our tours. Right, so now we see a slight problem with our
We have
lovely
more
set-out
clothes in the
table.
bus.
They've moved the
If you want to
table
change the
and
clothes.
the plates and cups will be frozen
Is
in
there any
place and
place
they're
that
hovering
offers
in
human
midair.
trafficking
I
service?
think I just thought that our players would happily sit around the lawn eating their fake picnic lunches until all the players logged in. That was a bit naive of me. Oasis, should I kick this off?
There's some people still joining.
Who is Oasis and what are you kicking off?
We are waiting for our other Americani friends who are doing toilet in the trees. Then we will continue tour. So please, eat your crisp, your cola, and do not step in front of the traffic. again.
We're trying to ask for directions.
I want some lunch.
Oh my goodness, what did you guys do at table?
We ate the table.
Yeah, they
Nice.
stole your table again.
So when I'm Zeus, even though I can speak to the co-Zeus at any time and I can be invisible near the players, they can hear me, of course, so I have to physically get a distance away if I want to talk privately with the other Zeus. Oasis, do we have people still joining?
We should have some people still joining.
Okay. Wow, I love how the cups just hover there. Now everyone's getting on the bus.
Okay, so we're missing at least 1 or 2 people because there are some people who joined here today who So is Fixie there?
Is Fixie here?
I'm not gonna do that.
What about Zobel and Semni? Zobel
Are
and
we gonna
Semni.
all wait for him, or can you just figure out?
Zobel is there. What about Semni?
Semni? No, Semni's not here either.
Dynamic.
Dynamic? Yeah, Dynamic, you're here, aren't you?
All right, yeah. Dynamic is there. What about Anzum and Dante?
Black shirt.
Dante is here.
Anzum, ANZ5M. All right. Well, I guess you'll give them the briefing. Tell them why they're here, what they're doing, and then we can start kicking this shit off.
Yeah.
It's like you know, you're Max Payne, but instead of whiskey, you drink it with tequila.
Your attention! Please gather round.
Yes,
Gather round, Americani sirs, please.
thank you.
Now, once we finish lunch, we will continue our travels. Next, we approach Zagrebad, second biggest city in Pakistan after capital, Kabul. You are very lucky because today is Bazaar Market Day. We will explore Bazaar. You can buy souvenirs for your missus, the girlfriend, your little capitalist child. Yes, you should buy lots of things from the bazaar.
We buy drugs.
Oh, we just come from opium fields. You want more drugs?
Yeah. Can we buy children?
Children are not sold in Pakistan. What do you think we are? Capitalist pigs?
Can we buy ballistic missiles?
No, no. We are a peaceful country now. Peaceful country. Look, take souvenirs. You want to show people of America what a peaceful country Pakistan really is. After we go to Bazaar, we go to Grand Mosque of Zagrebad, oldest mosque in Pakistan. Now you are all Americani infidel, so you cannot go in mosque. Say after me, cannot go in mosque. Good, good, good. Because it is a big, great insult to Islam. But you can take photo outside of mosque, okay? Any questions?
Yes.
Can we buy guns?
No guns. We are a peaceful country now, thanks to you.
Can we buy weaponized goats?
Weaponized, many goats, many goats. You have great goats. Okay, please, Americani sirs, if you finish making toilet in threes, can we board bus now? We have a lot of touring left to do today. Let's go.
It was back in Bosnia and Herzegovina in 1998.
Yeah, so for just $4,000.
Okay, out of driver's seat, Tsunami. So tell me, what units were you in Pakistani with before?
No, he sat down the guy.
Were you all fighting together?
No, I was fighting against them.
Yes, but on different sides.
You fought, but you help with independent democratic government of Pakistani, no?
Well, yes.
Ah, for money, of course. For the great American dollar, of course, of course.
I think Glenn can join.
Is there anyone who even knows good songs?
I think there's a rock in front of you, sir.
I just have to check for tractor traffic. Now, when we go to Bazaar, you buy what you want, but you look for Ahmed. He's my uncle, he sell you carpet. You tell him Batu, that's my name, Batu, send you. He give you special deal, okay? Family price. Kebab, doner, pide, baklava. You must try the baklava of Pakistan. We will spend, let's see, 10 minutes or so here, and then we will continue on to Grand Mosque, okay? Abdullah, we've arrived at the mosque. Abdullah, we're at the mosque now, okay?
Yes, hello.
How is everything? You're missing out on market day. Missing out on market day.
Yes. How is the office, Abdullah? You're missing out on Zagreb Market Day. Air-conditioned office is not so attractive now. Oh, haha.
That's right. Is everything good?
Listen, something is going on.
What's going?
Gunshots here in Kabul.
What?
I think you should take
Come
Americans
again.
back to the Hilton. There's gunshots here in Kabul. I think you should take the Americans back to the Hilton. No bazaar. Be very careful.
You say take them away from bazaar. Why? What is happening?
Gunshots. I think Taliban is back.
Americani friends, I need to tell you something. There's been some problem. In Kabul. Okay, we will enjoy bazaar and we will not go to mosque. We need to go back to Hilton very quickly. There's some problems. Shooting. Look, they have great cocktails. Look, nothing to worry about. Enjoy the market. Then we have cocktail. Oh, it's cocktail hour at Hilton today. Best cocktail in all of Pakistan.
Hey, Hyman, can I talk to you for a second?
AJ,
Yeah.
I mean, poor God, can you help me?
So
This man.
this is. Second, did that AI civilian vehicle just run over one of my players? All available.
Biotics here.
Oasis, do you read?
Yeah, I read. I'm just asking when do I start the thing?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you over the Discord. Yeah, start it now.
Roger that.
So it looks like there's been a bunch of civilians already killed here, so they're all a bit confused. They're exploring everywhere.
Let's go.
Whoa! Americanis! Whoa, we need to get back to the bus! Back to the bus! Something is happening! Wow! Quick, everyone, back to the bus! How I ever thought the players would calmly follow me back to the bus during the middle of a gunfight was extremely naive of me in retrospect. Join us back at the bus! Back at the bus, everyone! Join us back at the bus! No! Wait at the bus! Ah dear, this is not going to end well. I gave Oasis clear instructions that the roadblock is to hold and no one is to get past. If anyone tries to force it, they're to be gunned down. Don't run the blockade! Wait. I'll talk to them. I'll make peace with them. America dollars, always give me your money. Give me your money. I will bribe the guards. Quick.
AJ.
Yeah.
The AI are starting to kill the players.
Ah. We need to take cover. All right. I think you need to kill the Op 4 then. And then bring in Mahmoud. Just kill all the Op 4. Fortunately, as Zeus, you can easily dispatch any AI by hovering over them and pressing the end key. Alright, Oasis, bring in your Mahmoud, quick. Now, where have all the players gone? Here's one of them, dead.
What frequency should I go on for the radio? I don't know. Oh, they don't have radio.
100.
Americans, calm. The Taliban is now very angry at you. Come, quickly. I need to help you. The American is very angry, but I have stockpile of weaponry. So please go find your friends.
Get everyone. We will meet back at the market. He will help us.
I am friend of Market. I'm friend of Market.
Yeah. Grab weapons and we go with this man. He's going to help us.
Come to me. I have weapons stash.
We follow you. We follow you. Where do you live?
The Taliban are very angry.
We'll follow you. Lead us. Lead us.
Quickly.
Can you grab everybody and we follow this man?
I have to. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to teleport like a majority of them.
Come this way. Come this way. Safe house. Safe house down here. In here. Everyone in here.
Come with me. Come with me. Quickly. Come. I have weapons cache. I am collector of American collection.
Come in. Go. It's safe in here.
Come into my home. It is very box here. I have box here with weapon and radio for you. Come. I have box. Here is box for you, my friends.
Thank you very much.
Come.
So now at this point I realize I have a problem because my character's still alive, but he was supposed to die in the bus roadblock. So I'm going to spawn a Op4 soldier and see if I can get myself shot.
I don't have anything.
I will talk to this man. I will settle everything. Come with me. Okay. Yes. You do not harm. These guys are Americans. Oh my goodness. The players just shot the Op4 soldier. Well, that just ruined that plan. I've got to get out of here. I think I might just hide myself in this house. Okay, I can't die. So just claim that you saw me die, okay?
Okay, where are you as your character?
Hidden in the house. So now that my character has died, I make my Zeus invisible so I can get close to the players and hear what they're saying.
Americanis!
Alright.
I don't have any ammo.
Ambassador Bridgerton, do you copy? Totally forgot that even if I'm invisible, my voice comes across as local. I gotta get out of here. Hello, Ambassador Bridgerton, do you copy? Bridgerton of Zagabad, US Embassy.
What is it, AJ? Where do I go here?
So this is the radio, right? You're just talking to me at the radio. Oh no.
Wait, so I'm talking to you. I'm so confused. What the hell?
To the horror of my co-Zeus, I prepared a 6-page script of what each of our Zeus-controlled NPCs were going to do and we're going to say at every point to move the plot along. Over-engineered? I think so. Are you?
My friends, I have a special announcement for you. As you know, you are our good friends, Americanis. So I have contacted American Embassy, and you are now hired to take American Embassy ambassador out of country.
Is that you, Mahmoud?
Yes, this is me, Mahmoud.
Our ambassador Bridgeton. You know, he has been captured by the militia.
Yes, I have Americanis here who will help.
What do you mean Americanis? What kind of Americanis?
These tourists, ex-private military company.
The Taliban has taken over Zagabad. We need to get Ambassador Bridgeton back.
Yes, of course. We will get Ambassador Bridgeton back, thanks to helpful Americani.
Can I speak to these soldiers, Mahmoud? If you're truthful, we will pay you anything you want.
Yes, of course. You may speak to their leader, Mr. Forrest. Mr. Forrest, would you like to...
We can provide a helicopter for exfiltration if they can rescue him from the embassy. Mahmoud, can you give him the details of where the embassy is?
Of course. So...
as you can see, Mr. Forrest, there will be a marker on your map once I do magical thing of draw on your map. The command frequency is 100.
Okay, I'll see if I can get the map
so if
working.
you just give me a moment. The map I'll quickly just draw right here.
I think it
on
might
this
come
marker.
up now. Just check the map now.
Do you see it on map? Wonderful. I have friend around Zargabad with ammo caches. They also are a collector of Americani things. If you manage to visit them, they may be able to provide some things, vehicles, ammunition, etc. All right, everybody, listen. Americanis, please listen. I have some tips for you. Of course, it is up to you what you want to do now. However, there are some things that I would very much recommend. If you haven't already, assign the roles, machine gunner, AT, etc. It might be very important to keep you guys organized.
Yes.
Please make sure to pool your resources. Medical might be a bit rare. Split up your radios, as I assume you've already done. If possible, the heli that is going to exfiltrate you would appreciate a landing zone nearby you rather than you move to it. So if you can find somewhere safe where it won't get shot down, it'll be a lot safer for everybody. If someone without a radio gets separated from you guys, have a plan B for that, maybe a meetup location. The mosque is quite large and you can see it throughout Sargabat. Of course, avoid the mosque. You're not allowed to enter, as you are Americani heretics and not actual part of our religion. Ooh, that is not good. Quickly. Remember, ammo caches on map. I have marked some friends, my relatives, who have special things for you. If you can reach them, they'll be happy to help. Otherwise, it seems like things are getting pretty bad out there. So please, quickly, the ambassador is waiting.
This Op 4 was just constantly shooting. I was trying to work out what his target was. It was one of our soldiers, but it just seemed like he has unlimited ammo and he never runs out. Crazy AI. Looks like it's going well, Oasis, after a bit of a bumpy start. Thanks. You're doing an excellent job, man.
Thank you.
Particularly given things did not go according to plan. Alright, Oasis, I'm going to bring them some action.
I'm bringing them a techie already.
Oh, you got the other techie, do you?
No, I just copy and pasted a techie to send at them.
Ah. Well, I should stop these ones then. I don't want to overwhelm them.
See if the vehicle has any equipment.
So they took out the first techie, so I'll control the other one to bring it in. So you hold down left control and double click to remote control an AI as Zeus.
They now have a vehicle they can use.
Okay, I'm going to come with another techie for them to take out with it then. See if they know how to use the vehicle.
Oh, that's an SPG. That might not be good against them.
Alright, I'm pulling it out.
Yeah, the SPG fire is basically a tank cannon.
Yikes. Are they still
alive? Yeah, and I closed multiple times to change the DVD. Okay, so basically, I'm trying to help somebody install TFAR. TFAR. Adrian, just a moment. You go to your Arma folder.
So it's worth knowing that as a Zeus, part of your job is helping to get new players set up. So my co-Zeus is getting pretty busy just helping one of these guys set up his TeamSpeak, which means he's not available. Good thing there's two Zeuses, although it means my actions aren't really overseen very well by him, which leads to some troubles later on.
So did you hear that, Fixie? AJ, you were saying while I wait for him?
Oh, no, it's all good. I just pulled my guy out of the way. It looks like they survived.
Yeah, that was a really rocky start. I did not expect him to go fully bazonkers.
This is the role playing. It's you gotta, but you handled it so well. You improvised so well, man. I'm so proud of you.
Oh yeah, well I'm a theater student.
Yep, it's paying off. You always wondered why you studied it.
What are these explosions?
I think it might be the gun at the near the embassy.
The gun near the embassy firing.
You know that the
BMP, yeah.
Yeah, the BMP on the back of a pickup truck. That's the only thing.
I'm gonna see if it's engaging or not.
All right.
If not, I'm gonna disable simulation on it.
It's a little bit.
Oh, it's not that. There's some kind of. Oh,
What is it?
AJ.
Yeah.
I disabled simulation on the BMP. Did you give them any kind of mortar or anything? I don't know what's causing those explosions. By the way, you need to start adding some squads that are just patrolling around Zargabat, because right now it's pretty empty.
Alright, I'm gonna do that. Because I'm just waiting for them to leave the little town. Something's still firing in mortars.
mortars or something, and I honestly, like, I don't know
Where it's
what
coming
it
from?
could be. Do you have any kind of anything that could provide indirect fire like that?
I think just the thing near the embassy.
I'm hearing rockets.
I know.
Like RPG rockets.
It's not that which is firing. Oh, Etu's dead.
Yeah, he had a he had a dead man switch on him with like 4 kilograms of explosives.
Oh, was he doing a suicide?
Yeah, he's doing a suicide bomber thing, which he should not be doing. He's ex-PMC. Act like it.
What did he blow up?
A tractor. He tried to
Nothing.
steal the tractor that you put there.
This anti-aircraft vehicle, I might get it out of town because they'll just slaughter them.
Yeah,
at
get
this
it out
point.
of town. It will.
It's worth mentioning another important Zeus rule at this point, that you need to match the firepower that you throw at the players to the arsenal they have at their disposal. It's no fun for the players if you just overwhelm them with tanks and rockets and anti-aircraft that they have no chance of defending against. And also you have to be careful whenever you remote control the AI, because then they're always way more effective.
I can't believe you shot me for trying to steal a fucking...
Says the suicide bomber, who is supposed to be an American man.
I'm ex-PMC.
I don't care. This is meant to be an immersive op, or at least semi-immersive until...
Immersive op, you say?
It was meant to be an immersive until these completely ruined everything.
Why did you expect people to go along with it?
It's
No one
AJ
ever
who made the mission. I'm just giving him advice, and I did tell him that an immersive mission probably wouldn't go well, so I took my...
Yeah, I couldn't respawn after you killed me, so I had to restart my game.
Hey, the markers disappear from the map. Is that intentional? Negative, I'll put them back on.
So as the players are moving into the airport, I'm just equipping some AI for them to encounter.
Alright, Simic's down.
What you doing on your end?
Your radio.
AJ.
I'm just listening in. I'm bringing my Zeus, invisible Zeus near them to hear what they're doing. Oh my goodness, how many guys did you put in the city? Did you just fill it with guys?
They're very much spread out.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be engaging proper groups unless it's like but it seems like they're going the full force way instead of like sneaky way. So I guess that's pretty much what you would have expected anyways. DVD was killed. Why do you have the death? Why is the death thing thinged?
You asking me?
The death thing shouldn't be activated. DVDs respawn to the market. DVD, did you fix your TFAR? Did you install the TeamSpeak plugin in that folder? You know, okay, just call me on Discord and share your screen. I'll be back, AJ.
Oh, it's terrible!
User left your channel. Stop right there. Do not move. Stay back.
Taliban have come back.
Do they have what?
They take our freedom. Who are you? You Americanis, yes?
Americans, yes.
Oh, you bring us freedom again from Taliban.
No, we take it again.
We help you. What do you need? What do you need?
Medical supplies and ammo.
Let me stay here. Stay here. I see if I can find.
Did you put down mines, AJ?
No.
He said, oh, you put down a grenade launcher, didn't you?
Inside the...
AJ. He's telling you not to put down grenade machine guns, because we don't put down grenade machine guns.
So in case you haven't picked it up, there are so many unwritten rules to every unit to what you can and can't do. So Zeus rule number 3, learn the unwritten rules of your unit.
This AI using grenade machine guns is overpowered as hell. Where'd you put it?
Oh, kill it, kill it. It's in the, I'll kill it. Gone. It's gone.
It's gone.
You know those things are OP as shit, right?
I've advised the beginner's use.
Yeah, it's turning me to paste.
Okay, I don't realize it yet, but I'm about to make the biggest mistake of the whole mission right here. See, what I'm doing is I am setting up a box which I can put medical supplies in. And I'm like, here's a cargo box. That'll be a great thing to fill with medical supplies. Little do I understand what else is contained in that box. Alright, I'm making a medical supply thing for them, which I'm going to direct them
call
to.
me on Discord, share your screen.
Just to demonstrate what craziness I unleashed in the game by putting this box there. Here I am in the Eden editor. I've just spawned a civilian and a cargo box. When we open the box, it is not empty. It contains weapons, RPGs, MPRL, anti-tank launchers, machine guns, laser designators, first aid kits. Well, I want to give them first aids. Sound suppressors. We have all kinds of scopes, night scopes. They're a big no-no with our team. We've got high explosive grenade rounds. We've got smoke. We've got all kinds of ammunition. We have mines. We have claymore mines. I gave all this to our players by simply putting that box there. Anti-aircraft missiles. Oh my goodness, no wonder. Where is my Americani friends?
Right here.
Yes, yes.
We are American friends.
Nabil, my cousin. He was working as nurse in hospital. He wants to help you, Americanis. Okay. You see, house, not this one, the next one. Second down the hill is Nabil's house, okay?
Okay, is there anyone who has splint?
Alright, let's get this civilian out of the way. And then I can spawn a civ to be Nabil to greet them. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Workers, by the way. They lost them at market.
I am Nabil.
How are you doing?
You are good. You're bringing us freedom. We have supplies here from the hospital. You help what you want. You leave us McDonald's.
Oh my god. Yes, we will bring freedom and McDonald's and maybe KFC.
Yes, and KFC. Maybe I can get you. You want a car? My friend Mehmet, he has a car. No tank in Zagabad. No car. I give you Lada.
And 1.5 liters of blood, but other than that, there's shit ton of weapons and rocket launchers, guided ones, 50 caliber.
You have so much freaking arsenal, like of weapons, but you have like no medical in here, man.
I can direct you to the hospital. You want to go to the hospital? Let me go to the house check. I'll be back with you. One moment. You wait here, Americanis.
Stop fucking lone wolfing, grab a radio, go back to your squad. Once you get all you need, I'll teleport you.
Okay. Mustafa, you ask for Mustafa. He's doctor at the hospital. And he says his place is surrounded by militia. But if you get to him, Mustafa...
Medical crates here, boys.
Medical.
You tell him Nabil sent you, okay?
Yeah.
But be careful. He says his hospital is surrounded.
AJ, did you seriously give them a box full of vanilla gear? That stuff's from like 40 years in the future from this time frame.
Oops.
I'm telling them to put all their stuff back and then I'm deleting it.
You see where it says Mustafa Doctor? I told them they can get some medical stuff there. So, do you want to set up a... I'll set up a crate if you want to fill it up with the right
I already
stuff.
gave them medical.
Well, we're gonna they're gonna go to Mustafa's doctor's place now, so we're gonna have something there, right?
Yeah, I found it. Mustafa Doctor.
I'll put some civilians there and stuff.
Alright, in future I'm gonna have to like train you as a Zeus or something.
Yeah. Okay, there's a medical box here. What should I put in the inventory? I can put bandages in, right?
Alright, what do you want to do? How do you want this to proceed? They are not moving until I give them the okay.
Okay,
Forrest, don't move until I give you the okay.
So they can go to the hospital, and I have a medical box there, so we can fill that with stuff.
I have 2 medical boxes there already.
Are we looking at the same place?
The tent you put down isn't accessible.
No, and to the left of it, to the west of it.
That is not a medical box. Notice the boxes that are right here. You recognize these, right?
Yeah.
These are medical boxes.
Okay, so
you should ask me about this stuff.
all right. Do you want to fill them up?
And they are already full. They're preset boxes made full of
Okay, cool. Well, I think we're good to go then.
And I gave them a box. I gave them a box with AKs. Yeah, I'm getting rid of all their modern stuff that they took that they're not supposed to take.
This is retarded. Yeah. Alright, team leads, tell me once your teams are ready.
Alright, once you are rearmed and ready to go, hopefully everything should be fixed now. If there is anything, please contact me over radio. You are free to move now. AJ is still learning this stuff, and so he's made a few mistakes. You haven't noticed yet. It's fine.
Red team is ready to move out.
Basic medical. Fuck this shit.
I know. I know, boys.
Stop. Scope.
I'm at a point where I die, I'm fucking leaving the server.
I swear, if you kill me again.
Stop, please take the scope off.
Earplugs.
Got that.
Earplugs.
Get in the helix, guys.
There should be earplugs within the box.
Anyone wants to drive?
I will give you more. Please put a pair of earplugs inside the box and I'll duplicate them.
That's the
Prepare
problem.
to move towards vehicles. Our vehicles.
None of us have a pair, that's the problem.
Fine, I am giving you like 50 pairs of earplugs.
Thank you. Man down.
Oh, what? Oi, Red, load it inside.
He got ran over? Well, this is great for his first stop, isn't it?
Is there anything I can do?
Okay, is in the...
Dante, I'd like to apologize once again. One of our Zeuses here today is quite new, and yeah, this is not a great start.
Oh dear.
Can you clean up the marketplace? Because there's a lot of stuff in there that will cause clutter and lag on the server.
All right.
Anything that is cluttering and unnecessary. Are some of the weapons you left lying around the city like modern weaponry?
I don't think I left weapons around this. Oh, so you could check Mehmet's stash. Let me see what's in there.
They just got hit by an RPG. That's just tremendous.
Where did that come from?
Oh no, they got hit by an SPG. Oh, fucking tremendous. They immediately got contacted. Ah, Hetu, hello. This is, I guess, what happens when you drive past the road with things. Did Sumit leave? Oh, she left. Well, that's fucking inconsiderate of him.
Is there anything I can do, Oasis?
There's not much you can do.
Hey, sorry.
Delete the vehicles, give them new ones, I guess.
I'm just at my limit. If you don't want me to ruin it for everybody else, then... And also there's no...
It started like 30 minutes ago.
It's
and
not
we're trying to make it
having
actually
a medic
happen
if it's simple medical. People can just bandage themselves.
Is it simple medical?
Yes.
That's who told me about this, and I was not aware that...
Okay, so what they're complaining about is we have the ACE mods installed, which gives a much more advanced medical experience, where you bandage, you splint, you need medics to completely heal a person. And I didn't realize that you needed to set up configuration parameters for a mission before those are properly activated. So without them activated, they're just really frustrated and rage quitting the game due to the lack of it. So the way that you do it is you go to settings, you go to add-on options, and you click import, and your unit should have a set of standard settings that you just copy paste in, and that sets all the things like medical, how it's going to act, as well as a whole bunch of other options. And that's it. That's all you need to do.
Hey,
So
Jay.
instead of me raging and
do you want to call it here?
running it, so
Call it what?
Do you want to
See
call
ya.
it here? Everybody's rage quitting. Nothing's going well.
Oh, really? Oh, sad. Look, Oasis, you're more experienced than I, man.
So people are just walking around the... stuff is going right into the mosque. Wait, stuff is going into the mosque.
So we told the players never to go in the mosque because they are infidel Americanis. Of course, we told them that to try to tempt them to go in, because we've just put a whole bunch of prayers in there who we've equipped with a bunch of weapons, and they're going to go bat crazy when some infidel walks in. This will be fun. Run, you Americani, infidel, run! Oh, I think he spawned at the mosque, I think. Maybe that's...
I'm sorry, it just... we lost half the players.
Okay, is it AJ?
Do you think that's my Zeus career over already?
Okay, so I guess thanks for coming. We will do as always. Put your things into the lobby. If you got things to say, your name there. We will go there from top to bottom of your names. AJ, as he was a Zeus, he's going first. Speaker. AJ, you can speak. Please, everyone else, mute yourself or shut up.
Sure. Look, I just want to thank you guys for your patience and kindness for letting me try Zeusing. I think I was a little bit too ambitious with this mission and maybe didn't go as well as it could have. But yeah, I just thank you guys for giving me a chance.
Okay, so next is Zoblo.
Well, I guess my experience might have been different, but I actually enjoyed it.
So interesting observation, but I've often found that in missions where you as the Zeus think that things went really poorly, you often find that the majority of the players were actually having a good time. I actually think if I had my time again, I wouldn't call the mission. If people want to rage quit, I mean, ultimately that's immaturity, that's their decision. Let the game play out. And let the people enjoy it as best they can, and then just wrap it up at an appropriate time.
Mostly because of the whole random ass scavenge for weapons aspect, and this time the overall clusterfuck was actually fitting to the situation. So, and I actually got to kill some people. Yay! So if anything like that is going to happen again, I'm all up for it, and for a mission of this format, I guess.
This mission will be rerun on a later date.
Great.
Me and AJ planned this out extensively. We had an entire script ready. However, from then on, players rage quitting and AJ giving you guys vanilla weapons just, I would say, effectively ruined the mission for everybody.
And last point, I really love the RP part. Despite it being exceptionally politically incorrect, that's amazing.
Stuff.
Up had a lot of potential, but it just clusterfucked. I think I got killed by ISIS more times than I got killed by enemies.
Yeah, so as Zeus, you can kill players, and that might be tempting if they're misbehaving, but it really lowers their experience, so not recommended unless it's really an extreme need.
Because you pick the fucking night vision scopes and thermal scopes.
No, before. Before.
and stole vehicles and
Yeah, I
robbed.
know that.
No.
You didn't kill me after that. You killed me twice after like in the first stage when Bazaar. I shot some kind of enemy that I just woke up and then I got killed twice by you for some reason.
Yes, because I was attempting to approach you with a civilian that was holding a rifle.
What?
And you shot.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It was really an educational experience for me. Obviously, mistakes were made, but that's the way you learn. And any unit is going to need to, have new Zeus's make mistakes. You can see how, you can really play a role in training up new Zeus's. And I'm really thankful for the mentorship that I've received from Oasis and the unit. And I hope it was really educational for you guys too. So I am keen to give another op a try sometime. I might give it a bit of a break and lick my wounds for a while. But stay tuned and hopefully we'll have a even more exciting mission next time.